Hey student success, welcome to week 16. We have done it. We are at the end. So this is just going to culminate and bring everything together. So before we jump right into week 16, I want to make sure that I am letting you know of just a few things. So like I've been telling you all semester, your student services assignment is due week 16. Week 16 closes on Friday, December 12th. So again, this whole course ends on a Friday. So depending on when you're watching this, I did open week 16 early so that you still have that full week that you're used to. So please make sure if you've attended a workshop that you submit that certificate of attendance to the Dropbox, which is right there underneath there. And unfortunately, if you have not attended a workshop, it just goes in as a 0 because there's not an alternate assignment. There might be, I think, one option this week if you were able to sign up and attend. If not, just make sure that you upload your certificate of attendance for those of you who did go to a workshop. Also, weeks 1, 2, and 3 have been open in previous weeks. This week, week 4 will be open just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So if you have anything from week 4 that you missed that you're trying to make up on, go ahead and take a look. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of week 16, week 4 will be reopened. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. So I have to go a little further than that. Week 16. We are in chapter 9, so I encourage you to take a look at the chapter 9 lecture video, and you can see that this week is a little different because there are 2 discussion forums, and that's the basis of your assignments this week. So for attendance purposes, you are posting in both of those by Wednesday. So again, week 16 attendance is based on posting in both of the forums by Wednesday, and then respond to 2 classmates in each forum, so it's 4 responses total by Friday. And then there's a little note about your student services. So these are both fairly new assignments, and the course coordinator came up with these assignments, and therefore I am going to allow her video to kind of show you what to do for these assignments so that you know how to navigate them. I have uploaded it right here. There's also a link in the announcement page for you to take a look at, because there's a lot of steps for this assignment. So I really want to make sure that you pay attention to all of the steps. Get that on there. So there's the Zoom link, and she particularly just goes through and walks through those 2 assignments. But I just want to kind of give you a couple of caveats. Both of them are discussion boards, okay? They're both discussion posts. This first one is basically just asking you kind of questions. It's pretty straightforward, talking about artificial intelligence. And so you're just answering these 3 questions, and then question 4 is respond to 2 classmates. So talk about what is plagiarism in the context of AI. So tell me about, do you think it's generative AI? Do you think using AI at all is plagiarism? Do you think it's okay to use it as a grammar checker? What constitutes plagiarism with AI? ChatGPT and all those other language models. How can people use those to plagiarize? Most of the answers are pretty obvious, but in your own words, what does that look like? And there's a little article that you can open and read here that's going to give you some kind of background on AI. And so if you want to go through there, and you can kind of get an idea of just AI, it's kind of talking about the consequences, different ways that AI is using to write things. You can see that intelligence versus academic integrity. So it's kind of a big discussion point in academics right now, is the use of AI. So you use that as a reference, and then tell me what is plagiarism in the context of AI. Is it ever ethical to use AI to help complete assignments? Why or why not? And again, you're not being graded on oh my gosh, do you think it's okay? No, honestly, do you think it's okay to use AI? In what circumstances? Do you think it's okay to upload a paper and have it give you some feedback? Do you think it's okay to help you brainstorm? Do you think it's okay to write things for you? So whatever the case is. And then number 3, what are some guidelines? If you had to come up with a few rules for students to kind of follow while using AI, what would that be? And then respond to 2 peers. So answer those 3 questions, and you can use this article right here. I just kind of clicked on it, opened it into a new tab, as kind of a basis if you're not as familiar with AI and what it means for academic integrity. And then answer those 3 questions, and you could probably answer them all 3 in maybe a paragraph, or you can bullet point them, whatever works for you. and then respond to 2 pairs. So post your original response there by Wednesday, and then respond to 2 classmates by Friday. Again, remember, by Friday. So that one's pretty straightforward. This is the one that has a little bit more detail to it, and that is why this Zoom is right here, the Zoom recording. This one really walks you through this assignment. But in general, you can open up this assignment and you're going to see the steps. We'll give it a second here, but there's a lot going on in this one. So just please make sure that you follow the steps or watch the video, whatever's going to help you. Basically, you're going to write an about you post in a Word document or wherever you like to word, you know, your name, where you're from, your major, and a fun fact and a goal you have. So like you're just a real quick little bio, if you will, about yourself. Get into ChatGPT. You can do a free account, or you can do like as a guest. I sometimes go in there as a guest. Now, you're going to use AI to enhance your bio. So copy and paste your bio into ChatGPT and then say, like, you know, if I were from the 1980s, or if I were from a different planet, or if I were from Spain, whatever the case is, and have AI kind of like redo your bio. You're going to copy and paste that bio into the discussion forum, but don't stop there. You're going to ask ChatGPT to create an image that represents you on that little bio, and you're also going to attach that image to your post. Okay, and there's a little example underneath. You know, here's the original bio. They went to ChatGPT. You can see the steps there. Here's what came out because our coordinator put in like, make me from 1950s California, and then there's an image right there. So then inside the discussion forum, the little bio is right here and the image is right below it. Now again, this is one that the course coordinator has already completed a video for us. That's why I'm not really walking you through the exact details of it, because it's right here in this Zoom. So I know it's kind of meta, like there's a video within a video. Anyway, so take a look at that video that really walks you through. And again, if you don't want to register for ChatGPT, that's okay. Just do it as a free account, or excuse me, like a guest account, and use it that way. And I know some of you might not be sure about like AI. Let me know if you have any concerns about that, but that is what this assignment is doing. Please do not submit it to a Dropbox. Like there's a Dropbox associated with this right here, but this is where you're actually submitting the work in the discussion forum. So I know that there's a Dropbox, there's a symbol for it, and you could drop something in there. Please don't. That means like you just basically are doubling your work, like you're putting it in 2 different places. What you're going to do, and I even have it there, don't put it here. Go to the discussion board, and in the discussion, that is where you're going to drop your bio and your picture. Okay, so please make sure you do not put it in the Dropbox. I'm not sure how to turn the Dropbox off in terms of, because there's files in here and the coordinator set it up and I think it's locked, but that's why I kind of have it in a few places. Don't post it in the Dropbox. So do the work, and then you're going to submit it through the discussion board, and that is how I will grade it, is I will see the discussion board post, I'll see your bio, and I'll see the picture. If you're confused on that, again, please make sure you spend some time with this video right here that's going to walk you through those different steps. It opens up into like a Zoom like this. Okay, so that is all you were doing for this week. I say all, it's 2 assignments, but this one in particular takes a little bit of time. So as a quick refresher, you are posting, I'll spend some time in chapter 9, but then you are also posting in both of these discussion boards. The artificial intelligence discussion based on that article, and plagiarism with artificial intelligence, and then coming up with a bio and a picture, kind of a neat bio or an AI enhanced bio. Put it in the Dropbox and then respond to 2 classmates. So again, 2 discussion forums this week. Post by Wednesday to get 100% attendance. If you do not post in both, you're going to get partial attendance. So if you only post in one, you're getting 50%. Obviously, if you post in neither, it's 0. Post in both late, you still get late partial points. And then respond to 2 classmates by Friday. Again, this class ends on Friday. I'm wrapping up and finishing grades Saturday morning. So please make sure that you get that all done. And I just want to say thank you all for a great semester. There's a lot of you in this class, so I appreciate your hard work and your ability to kind of just be flexible as we're still going through the process of learning Brightspace. So I hope you're more familiar and comfortable with Brightspace now. But if you have any questions as you move forward through your time here at Sark State, please don't hesitate to reach out. I hope you all have a great break between semesters and good luck in future. See you later.